Ooh, excuse me. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late today. I set an alarm for an hour ago, and I think it went off. But I silenced it, thinking it was a phone call of some sort. Didn't check the time. So I'm now half an hour late to the stream. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully we can still make some progress, and I haven't thrown people off schedule too much. If you're watching on YouTube or on the VOD, please feel free to stop by one of these days. I know I say it every stream, but I do this for fun, and it would be real nice to have you here to hang out with me. In the meantime, let's see about finishing up some of these achievements. What we have left is Gone in 60 Seconds. No, I did that one. What we have left is Deep Impact, which, I mean, we may as well start with that one because it takes a long time. And then we also have Around the World in 90 Seconds and Tubular. And the last one is Die Hard. I have to end a loop alive after having taken and healed over 1,000 damage. Okay. So we're going to start with... Where's Giant's Deep? There it is. And this time we're making sure to target Giant's Deep and not the sun. Oh, hooray. Well, welcome back, Jacob. My weekend was okay. How about yours? Hiya, Connor. Welcome back. What is this little blue thing I'm seeing? Glad to hear your weekend was good. Is it? I kind of want to... I've never gotten that close to it. I really want to see it up close if I can catch it. I've never ended up going in the same way as it, even by accident, so that's kind of cool. Abort autopilot. Why are you doing that? I wonder if I can knock it out. Because, like, I'm close enough to circle around it. Oh. Hey, cool. I did, finally. I had a nap for about 5 hours yesterday. And then, I was up until about 5 a.m. again and slept for about 6 hours just now. So I'm a little bit later than I should have. I was outlining just as I started that I set an alarm for about 10:30 my time, which ended up getting shut off like a phone call by accident. Hi, Brainer. Thank you for joining. Hey, cool. There's nothing special about it, but I'm surprised I caught up with it. I've never seen this before. Yeah, I'm surprised they actually made it something you could catch up with. Yeah. I don't see an antenna on it, but I guess maybe that's what the golden ring here is for? It's interesting how slow it's moving too. It's only about 500 meters a second. Huh. Anyway, let's go back to Giant's Deep. I am surprised about that. I thought it was not going to actually be in the game. Catching up with it was very unexpected. I just happened to see this blue thing I could rotate around as I was coming out from Giant's Deep. Now, sorry, I just have to catch up on what was said because I don't remember all of a sudden. Did you manage to get some sleep? Love the detail into the nice dick dude. Okay, we are all caught up on that. There we go. Hiya, Whale Lord. Welcome back. Thank you for joining again. But as I was saying, yes, I did finally manage to get some sleep. I set the alarm for 10:30, and I'm 90% sure that I thought it was a phone call going off that woke me up, didn't check the time, and then shut it down. So I closed my eyes and went back to sleep for another hour, so I'm a little late today. I literally woke up, checked the time, and went, oh crap, I'm late for my stream. Oh, fair enough. Whatever happened with that one that didn't show up much? Did they keep coming, or can you give that space away? Because I thought they weren't even coming in for like an hour a week. At least I think that's what you said before. Gotcha. So you just need a new spot again. Well, that's fair. At least you took care of that one. We've got time to chat right now while I'm still moving backwards. So, I know you guys aren't aware, but Brainer's wife has a tattoo shop. And contracts, or has contracts with individual people that come and do them. So that's what he means by he's making space in the shop, I believe. Pretty sure I got that right. Well, fair enough, Brainer. I mean, hopefully it's going well. How long do you have to get it done? Just like today and tomorrow? Hopefully more than just today. Fair enough. Well, I will stop talking to you so you can focus on it. I assume you're hanging out with me just to support me while you lurk. Sorry to keep you chatting. I appreciate you being here. I remember back when I was about 14, like somewhere in that range, my brother-in-law used to hire me out to come help him do flooring and things. That was a difficult job. I'm multi-talented and have an AI assistant who replies for me. Okay, sure. I mean, the multi-talented part, sure. The AI assistant bit, I can't even doubt that anymore. AI has become surprisingly accessible. But I am surprised you can keep up with that, Brainer. I know you have your own health issues. And back when I was about 12 to 14-ish, I was working with my brother-in-law. He wasn't my brother-in-law at the time. No, he was. Yeah. He had a flooring business that he was doing, so I'd go help him from time to time, and it is not an easy job on your body, for sure. Like, we'd have to do tiling, we'd have to do carpeting, hauling giant rolls of carpet upstairs or tiles from one place to another was not easy. Those things can easily get up to like 80 or 100 pounds, and you have to do so many freaking trips. Not to mention the freezing cold weather we'd have to be working in the middle of winter. Or, one time we had to work in a Starbucks, so we were doing that overnight. That was hard too. That's fair. Just make sure maybe failure not, or maybe not push to failure. Stop a little bit short, because otherwise you'll be making her do more work to look after you. Alright, let's see if we can finally do this at 2,500 kilometers away. Can't even see the sun anymore. Oh yeah, I just meant, if your body fails, she'll have to look after you. I don't know exactly what you're working with, but I'm assuming if you drop a several hundred-pound box of tiles on your foot, you'll be a little more laid up than previously. Anyway, back to the game. So, we're trying for this achievement first. Gotta nail this giant deeps landing. Hopefully we can actually do it this time. I think I gave myself enough space. And then the other 3 achievements are... I have to take 1,000 damage and heal it and then finish the loop alive. Yeah, no kidding. I don't want to hit the sun this time. That's why I was only chatting on off topics until I was back far enough. And then I have to do tubular, and I have to do around the world in 90 seconds. So I think once I do tubular, I'll be in the best position to get around the world done too. And, well, don't say that. I mean, you might be right, I just don't want to. Yes, so tubular and around the world in 90 seconds will probably go the same way. Do you remember the first time I tried this, Jacob? I bounced off the frickin' station orbiting the planet. How does that even happen? It's orbiting the planet. It's a moving target. I hit it at like, what was it, 3,000? It was either 3,000 or 5,000 meters a second. Tremendously unlucky. Once I get back to that episode on YouTube, I am definitely going to have to clip it because it was ridiculous. Yeah, I did that on my second attempt somehow. Apparently, Lady Luck loves me in the worst ways, because if the odds aren't zero, I seem to nail it. Yeah, probably. I don't know how or why, but stupid crap happens to me. Sometimes it helps me figure things out. Not always. Yeah, that's true. I have weird things happen all the time. It's not like I'm bad at the game, I just get myself in weird situations. I don't think I left myself enough space to hit 15k. Maybe. I am living Murphy's Law. But that's the weird thing. I think I'm prepared for those situations, and I'm just not. Like, I'll prep the bandages and the poisons and the anti-blind stuff, and it'll still happen. Okay, 15k. Gotta focus. Please don't be behind the sun. I did it! Woohoo! I came real close to hitting this island, though. Look at this. I almost hit the island again. Oh, okay. Let's see about getting to the stranger. That may be right, to be honest. Brainer does have that devil's luck. Here we go. And of course it's on the other side. Let's hope I have enough time to get there. Actually, I started this one almost immediately. How long do I have? Oh, that's why. Looks like Interloper's about to land in the sun, so we're gonna go straight into a new loop. Oh yeah, so I finally saw all the comments on Discord yesterday. As I was saying, thank you all for being so kind, even when I wasn't there to see it. You go get those tools taken care of, Brainer. Hopefully you can get it back. Tools aren't cheap. Spacesuit stranger. I have not, no. Well, that's cool. Alright. 100% integrity. Let's go find a campfire. Oops. And I will get an idea for how long it's going to take to actually get that thing to break. This one. Let's rest for about 5 minutes. I'm assuming it's going to bust around the 10-minute mark. So we'll see at 5 minutes what the damage to it is. %, okay. It's going to go down a lot faster now, so let's say 2 minutes. 7 total. Yeah, it's going to be about 10 minutes then. Oops. In that case, let's do another minute, and that'll give me time to get back into position. Yeah. So, the plan is, if I go on this left side of the dam, Once it breaks, I'll need to start trying to get to the right side. But I need to dodge these first houses, otherwise I'm not going to be able to get anywhere. Because I will just smash into them. Which means if I use the boat on the right-hand side here, which is the entrance from the back, it'll probably put me in a good spot to start with. Nope, that is definitely not a good spot. Of course, I don't think I need to be there right at the start either. I can probably go for just like a clear... Oh, crap. Can probably just go for a clear section like over here. Go. To the right. Too far to the right. That way, that way, that way, that way. Damn. Well, thank you for the reinforcement. I appreciate that, Connor. It is a shame you'll have to run back and get it then, Brainer. Alright, so we're gonna sleep. That does suck, damn. That's a huge chunk of your day gone driving back and forth. So what I'm going to do is start off with an 8-minute nap. And then we're going to head straight there. I think it shouldn't be too far away. I wish there was a button to have a nap in your chair on the spaceship, but that would be a little harder to deal with, I think. Six. 7. Do like 7:30 this time. No worries, man. Thank you for hanging out as much as you have for now. Have a safe drive back. I hope you find everything. As a thought, maybe do a double check for anything else that you might need as well. Who knows if she's brought something else home thinking you needed it there instead. It would be really annoying for you to end up having to go do this again later. And if she thought she was doing you a favor with the saw, it might be somewhere else too. Alright, cool. That's fair. Well, drive safe. I will talk to you later, buddy. Oh, I didn't put my spacesuit on. Okay, we're good. Wouldn't be the first one, won't be the last. I think I've done that 3 times total. I was thinking of running about in some O and maybe get some dives in. I'm guessing it just didn't pick up some once human. And maybe get some dives in. I'm surprised you want to hell dive this close to the patch. We're only like 2 days away from the new stuff. Okay, so 8-minute nap wasn't quite long enough. I'm having to come back down here. Let's see how 9-minute would do. Nine minutes is closer. Okay. So I guess it doesn't immediately start degrading. It takes a little while at the start. I need a raft. I think this is the closest one. I'm not sure if I should get past that arch first. There's also a path on the right side over there that might be a little straighter. Because everything in here is kind of a pain in the butt. Well, we'll give this a shot and we'll see what happens. This one is definitely going to be a product of more planning than an accident. Surf's up, cowabunga dudes! Crap. I hit a thing again. Okay, one more time. So it looks like if I try and move the raft at all, I get thrown out because the engines are going to push me up over the top. Which means I'm just going to have to like position myself in the right spot and ride it out. I'm not actually surfing, I'm just clinging desperately to the raft for dear life. I would be very surprised if they did. I would be interested, but I would also be surprised. Because you'd have to be on the river and close enough to the crest that you would still have enough momentum for it. And I don't think even my luck was that bad when I was looking for the stranger. Eight minutes. Nine minutes. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, that's been playing in my head a lot. Everybody go surfing. Surfing USA. Because that is a Beatles song, right? Or were there multiple songs made about surfing? Because there's the one that starts with like, ah, wipe out. Might have been the Beach Boys, that's what it was. Suit on, out the ship, okay. %, okay. And I've got a little bit more time to plan. Where should I make my stand? Can't be too close. This feels like it might actually be a good spot, if not for that house. But that's going to be pretty immovable. Not that. The meditation zone, the data uplink hub, is going to be pretty immovable, I think. I'm pretty sure that will break, though. Which means as long as I'm relatively close to this side, it should be okay. Just for fun, I think I'm going to stay... No, I can't. I was going to say I'm going to stay here and let the wave pick me up, but I think I will get hit with parts of the dam if I do that. I don't think I'm quite far enough away here. On the other hand, that might lead me to something remarkably consistent, so I'm going to try it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'm really resisting the urge to push it out into the water. One. Nope, I got thrown. Okay. I smashed into this tree. However, looking at that, it seems like it does just throw me in a straight line. I will have a look. 1 second. Here we go. Copy that. I'm going to just play it for a couple of seconds though, because I don't want to get my stream muted again. Yeah, okay. I know exactly which song that is. That was the Final Fantasy version, but I hear that a lot in Chocobo Racing on Final Fantasy 14 too. I don't do it a lot for how easy it is to get MGP, but I have heard it enough. Final Fantasy 14 or Final Fantasy 7? They're both pretty good. Oh no, MMO would be 14. Yes, I like it too. I think I have 4,200 hours. Oh yeah, the graphics are fine. I like that they're getting better. I just, yeah, 4,200. Most of that was put in over the course of a year, actually. And then I get to be an elitist dickbag, and I have to go out and touch grass for a couple of months, and then I go back to it. I think it was 42. It might be a little more than that. I'm not sure. 9 minutes. Yeah. Well, I sink myself into it a lot, and when I'm catching up and I'm still on the learning curve, I'm usually a lot more patient with other people and myself. But once I've learned all of the tips and tricks that I think make things easier, I end up turning into a bit of a jerk, and I need to remind myself that not everybody knows the things that I have now gained knowledge of. See, I didn't play WoW either for the same reason, but what I did do was I bought Guild Wars. The first one, because that was free. And it ran on my crappy dial-up connection. Interestingly, one of the expansions was actually the first thing I ever bought with my credit card. And the reason I know that is because I forgot that I had bought something with my credit card until the next month, and I got a bill. I was like, what? This was $10. What did I spend $10 on? Yeah. So that will forever live in my memory as the first time I forgot to pay a credit card bill because I forgot I had a credit card bill. I wish I could still say that these days, but you know. We do what we can. wonder if this will work, because it will pick me up on here. The problem is, I'm not sure if I go a little further this way, if I'll get crushed against that building before it breaks. I probably will. So I'm gonna hope this will get me underneath that rock and on the left side of that split. Also, I might rest for 9.5 minutes next time. I'm trying to get this perfect so we have as little waiting in-game as possible. We can just make attempts. I look at this achievement and all I can think is, damn! I can already see boo being typed out, and you know what? I'm okay with that. That is a valid reaction. Go. No! Oh! That was a good spot too. Damn it. Oh well. I'm gonna adjust a little bit more to the left, but I think that was a good spot for it. Hopefully. It feels like it might be more of a precision placement game. I have to get it into just the right spot in order to get that good launch and not get tipped over by something. Because that threw me off when the side of the raft clipped a tree and it tilted 90 degrees. It came to a full stop and then I couldn't do anything about it. But I think that little tip of the island will be a really good launching point. I just need to move a teeny tiny bit more. I wish after about a minute of waiting, it would kick in with the banjo music for the theme song. Just so we have more to listen to than the crackling fire. No! You guys love to see me get scared, and it's very annoying. I mean, it's not annoying, it's endearing, but I don't want to be scared, thank you. Yesterday when I had to redo everything. Was it yesterday? No, it might have been the day before. So 2 streams ago when I learned about the giant head Easter egg. You know what would freak me out the most, to be honest, is not if it was random, but if it had a chance to spawn right as you were coming through this barrier into the stranger. Because there's that little black loading screen where you're breaking through the stealth barrier, and then this loads in, and if all of a sudden I saw the giant anglerfish jaws coming at me, I would probably need to change my underwear. That would be just the worst. Because I always feel like that transition is supposed to be safe. If it's not, I would hate everything. I would hate everything. Okay. So I think this will be a good spot. I can't really beach myself up there anymore. Now that you're talking about the anglerfish jump scares again, it's reminding me of as I was going through the messages yesterday, and you guys are like, oh yeah, he says he's bad with horror. Oh, I hope he gets the DLC. That was just your first thought. Well, I hope the jump scares I got were worth it. Did I get thrown off the raft already? I did! What the hell? Oh, it flipped. Okay. That seemed like a good spot. I just have to not flip there. That's a mulligan. It's okay. We're just doing that one over. That loop didn't happen. Honestly, it's going to be this one. Because Sun Station, everything was a product. Oh, fair enough. Thank you for the information about the spicy sausage McMuffin, Jacob. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure already that this one is harder than Sun Station. Because I'm not in control of things, which means it's more frustrating, especially with this long wait in between, when something that should be in my control and just isn't goes awry. I just have to find a good spot and leave it, whereas at least when it came to Sun Station, I could take control and aim it. That too. I watched that girl that you posted in the chat on Discord, and that was supremely impressive that she made it on her third try. I was a little jealous because I think it took me like 7. And I think beyond luck, just her judgment to get out and go straight for the entrance was really on point there. That was a split-second decision of, oh no, I don't want to die out here, let's get in. Maybe if I go up here instead... Can I push you a little bit more in? Oh, I can. Cool. Okay. I'd watched a couple more videos on Sun Station of people making the attempt, including that one of the guy that did it without his ship. Who does that? That was nuts. He just throws himself off the planet straight towards the sun and lands on the station? What the hell? I got sidetracked a little on that thought, but I did watch that one. But it seems like a lot of people struggle with the positioning. That's nuts. That must have taken forever. Well, actually, hold on. Wouldn't the Nomai shuttle do pretty well? Because it's... When you put the ball on the right side, it locks on and moves towards the nearest surface, right? Which means as soon as you get close enough, shouldn't it automatically start dragging you towards the platform? Getting the right timing would be a pain, but I feel like landing it would be a lot easier. Okay, here we go. Okay. So that spot didn't work. It didn't even break this bridge. Okay, I'll have to be a little more to the right side then. My space nose! My space cankles! Yeah. I suppose when your ancestors live in barns, you gotta make it sturdy. But yeah, watching other people launch onto Sun Station, I was surprised that people were going for... Oh, gotta sleep first. The bubble side of the station. Apparently the lower right quarter of that bubble was a really good place for people to land their shuttle so they could get out smoothly. Whereas I was like, hey, there's a giant ring here. Let me see if I can hook the landing gear on it so it holds it like a wedge. Which, frankly, I'm surprised worked itself. Now that we're done with that. I'm glad it did. I'm just a little surprised. Let's go. Nope. 9:45. I need to sleep for another 2 minutes. Okay. It is kind of nice. You don't really get to see the village during the daytime. 9:45 might have been a little too long. Because the space station started moving. Oh, is that what the shaking is? I bet that might be it. That moment inside where there's a power surge. I bet that's the engine starting up. That would make a lot of sense, to be honest. And I bet that's what those giant green things are. The panels on the front. $9:45 still gives me time. Okay, good. Because, yeah, I thought it was just a power fluctuation for some reason, but I bet it's these big green panels expanding. Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, if you're not constantly thinking about things after the fact, you're not going to figure anything out. So it's more like it trains you to do that. It's like, here's your reward. You understand something. Okay. Oh, how I wish for a control stick with a little more fine control of the raft. Maybe one more nudge that way. Let's hope it works. Maybe one more. Did I get thrown off already? No! Ugh. I must have gotten caught on that tree. Okay. Maybe that's just a bad place to launch from, because I keep getting caught on things there. There might be a better straightaway past the village. Or at least past that bridge. Maybe I'll aim for that this time. I gotta tell you, I'm honestly just looking forward to being done with all these achievements, because my last hurrah is, now that I've got all of the characters unlocked again, I want to do the giant bubble heads and go to the end of the game and just look at the last cutscene with them all sitting there overinflated. I'm really looking forward to that. I had such a laugh even when it was just those 6 of them. I really am. It's just these 2 with the surfing, and then I have to heal a bunch of damage and survive a loop. And I'm not sure because I didn't look it up, but I think I have to wait the loop out. I can't just meditate through it. But I think that abrupt stop to the time will not count for it. It should, but it doesn't. Or it won't, I don't think. Whee! Ow! Speaking of healing. Okay, so I do have a little bit more time since I left at 9 and not 9:45. Let's go just past the bridge. Actually, maybe right there. Like past all the buildings, but right next to this thing, that might be a good spot for it. Because I think I'll be rushed along to the right over there. Right where that raft is. Yeah, okay, that might do it. In fact, that's a very good thought of why it's there. No, come back. Come back. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think that's the right idea, but I definitely flubbed it. Well, let's see what happens if I try and fight the current until it comes. No point in wasting this just on an assumption. But I think if I do fail this one, then next time I'm going to use that raft and just hop in before the wave hits. Or rather, and then just hop in just before the wave hits. Am I still on it? No, I'm not. Where did it go? Okay. Yeah, this one is definitely harder than Sun Station. This is definitely harder than Sun Station. And the worst part is, because of the prep time for it, it's not even, like, fun to keep making attempts. Because it starts out every time with you just sitting here. Mm-hmm. multiple attempts quickly, and you're still in control. That's actually a big pet peeve of mine, is when games get unfair, like they take control of a situation away from you. So, for example, in Helldivers 2, which Rainer and I were talking about earlier, there is an entire faction that's meant to be anti-player, basically. Like, everything they have is meant to counter you, and that's fine. But the problem comes in when they have made the environments so unfriendly to players, and they made the enemies ragdoll you for so long that you no longer actually have a chance to fight back and survive. There's basically no reason or nothing you can do except die multiple times during the match, no matter how good of a player you are. Just multiple things conspire against you to get you dead and keep you dead. Oh, very much so. Like, they have these giant flying creatures called leviathans that they shoot at you, and it knocks you down if it misses. But the problem is, they fire 4 shots that are incredibly accurate, with basically 0 time lag between them, and they knock you down for so long that you can't get up again, and you can't heal. Which means if one of them targets you, all of a sudden you have literally nothing you can do except sit there and wait to die. You could technically try and run between buildings to avoid it, but then there's explosive barrels that the flying enemies chasing you will target. So those will blow you up if you try and run. There's not enough time for you to call down a shield to protect yourself from the lasers. Also, there's not really a cooldown, so even if you manage to survive, it's not a complaint against Helldivers 2, it's a complaint against the squids. Anyway, point being, they're very frustrating to play against. To me, when you set things up in that order, it's a little like the unskippable cutscenes where you're forced to lose. I don't like those in games. Where it's like, oh, look how weak you are. You can't do anything in this situation. Like, I know you're saying that, but I'm pretty strong. Why can't you just let me have control? Why can't you just let me feel the difference instead of forcing it upon me? One game that I really appreciated didn't do that was Tales of the Abyss. No, Tales of Symphonia. Because the Tales games are all pretty good for that usually in general. They give you bonuses as you go through. Did I get knocked off the front of the wave? No! Ah, that was such a good start, too. Okay, but yeah, you get bonuses based on how you've played through the game, so at the start of the next one you're more powerful, which means at some points, the bosses that you're supposed to be, like, 80 levels underprepared for can suddenly be beaten. And they actually prepared for that and put in like special dialogue and rewards for the fight. And the cutscene still progresses where you're lying on the ground exhausted and things, but you got to do that fight. You still got rewarded for all your efforts to that point. It's not just a blank check of, oh, there's nothing you can do. And I appreciate that. I guess that's the same thing with FromSoft games. Not that I played any. I think I played Dark Souls for like 10 minutes a couple years back. I say a couple years, but that was more like 5 or 6 years ago. But I remember watching videos of how you can actually beat the first tutorial boss on Dark Souls, and then the game continues anyway. There's still a cutscene with a boss that you cannot beat because you cannot fight it, but at least it rewards you. I did indeed say Dark Souls, yes. I was just saying I haven't played it. I don't know if you were paying attention or you're just saying that for comedic effect, but I do appreciate the fact that they let you beat the first boss and give you a reward for it. You are not locked out from that possibility. I believe you. I just haven't really had the chance to play any of them. I will take your word that 1 and 3 are awesome, though. I'm not sure what makes number 2 not in that list. But I don't consider that a hot take either, Jacob. I think that is very reasonable. Who was it? There was this one animator that I find it funny sometimes. Was it Flash Kids? It might have been. He did, or they did, an episode with Kai Cenat to trying to beat one of the bosses. And it's all animated, so it's hilarious as he's just so awful at the game. The boss is begging him to stop losing because it's mental torment for him. And then all of a sudden, the rather loose-principled female they've been goofing off with on stream, the eye candy, comes in. Yeah, it might be Elden Ring. All of a sudden, she takes over the controllers and starts kicking the boss's ass. And he finally thinks he's released, and Kai Cenat comes back after, and he's like, "No! We're gonna do this the right way!" And the boss screams in terror. It was a good little cartoon. I'd have to look it up again. But I feel like my play would be pretty much the same, so I can't judge. That's what happened. We hit this rock and the raft got thrown. Okay. Which means I'll need to be a little bit more out from that rock. Which is okay. We're timing it better now, so we're not getting thrown off. We're not waiting around as long for each of these loops now. I'm gonna wait till 10 minutes on the mark. It's still progress, damn it. Was it Edison that said, I didn't fail trying to invent the light bulb, I just found a bunch of ways to not make a light bulb. I didn't fail the rafting section, I just found a lot of ways to not complete the rafting section. Seven. It's the way of choosing to look at it for my own sanity. Oh no, I gotta sleep for another 35 seconds now. There we go. Close enough. I'm gonna do something silly this time just because I want to make it different. And I'm gonna try and launch my ship at the stranger. Launch the cockpit at it. This may end very badly, but I feel like I need a giggle. Oh, that's not the one. How do I... Oh, free look is down. Okay, never mind. I was pressing the wrong button. There, perfect timing. Maybe I should actually go more towards the center. Like if I dodge that entirely... That might also be a better spot, because there's nothing but cliffs in the way, all the way up to the reservoir. How did I get thrown off immediately? Okay. This is grinding my gears. This is really frustrating. Let's maybe try it from over by the tower. I'm pretty sure there's one down there. Probably. Probably. Actually, let's see here. So here's my current plan. I'm going to try this from the second tower, or from the tower. And see if the cliffs will give me a better time to get through. The wave will probably have dissipated a lot too, which means it should be easier to control. And then, depending on how that goes, I am going to take a small break from attempting this challenge and do the one where I'm burning myself, or, you know, like taking damage and surviving the loop. Or, if we manage to stay on all the way to the end from here, then I might try and do the Around the World in 90 Seconds achievement. Because I'm pretty sure you need that speed boost from riding the wave to get that. So even if I don't make it all the way, it should still help. Again, assuming I even manage to stay on. Okay, we're gonna wait it out here. Because that should be a nice straight shot into the cliffs and back to the dam. I'm not sure if that'll take 15 seconds, but we'll see. At the least, I can't imagine it being worse than my attempts up till now. Honestly, I don't think I can navigate at all, because every time I've tried while on the face, engaging the engines has knocked me off the front of it. There comes. No, it flipped! I don't think that'll count. But it was closer. Alright. Okay, we're gonna pause this. I'm not gonna reset. I just want to start a manual timer to see how long it'll take to get back here. Timer. Clock. Where's the clock at? Here it is. Okay. And start. Maybe. Welcome back. Damn it. Yeah, this definitely requires the speed of the wave. Because we're already up to 53 seconds and I haven't gotten anywhere. However, I think I did get a clue with that one, which was that I can't just be passive, I have to actively like lean towards the wave. So this is 90 seconds and I'm still a little ways away from it. Yeah, that's about 15 seconds too late. No, we're not going to meditate till the next loop. We're going to go find somewhere to take and heal some damage. Cliffside. Cliffside will do. Or the diving bell. But I think I missed the diving bell. Yeah, I did. Okay. I wish I was little sailor boy. I'd manage this a little better. As it is, I'm the little falling off the ship boy. I'm the little stowaway that gets thrown overboard. Spirits of the Dam roasted marshmallows. I have not, thankfully enough. Aside from this game. Let's see, that was... we'll call that number 1. That should be... nope, not quite ready. Yep, that's 2. It's 3. That's 4. I'm not sure how many times I need to do this. I'm just assuming 10 times will be enough. I might do it more just to be safe. I don't trust your number. Liar. That was 5. That was 6. Oh no! Whoops indeed. Oh, whoopsie. Whaler. I'm not an e-girl. That's what a thoughtless comment. Okay, we're gonna go to... I don't know, maybe Churt's campsite. He was easy to access. No, I'm gonna go up to the moon again. That'll rock. That one was very easy to land on top of the campfire. That's not Addle Rock. So whatever you did, don't do that. Gee, thanks. Keep that in mind. I feel like I'm just getting hit with my own sass here. That is an accurate representation, Jacob. I would flip a table if I could. Where the heck is the ad rock? How am I always on the other side of the planet from it? Calmly putting it back down. Oh, there it is. With how I have everything set up, if I flipped anything, I would just break my TV. So I'm going to avoid doing that. Okay, that should be good. I think I can just jump straight out. There we go. One. Two. Three. Four. 5. 6. I don't get it, man. I watched him ignite himself over and over again, and then the universe blew up. 7. 8. I mean, in that regard, it makes perfect sense that I would be the bringer of the new Big Bang. Oh no! Gah! Because I'm already hot and dense doing this. It's okay, at least it's quick. Esker do be like that. Whoopsie poopsie. God damn it. That was going so well, too. I don't think I could do this any faster than that. So, as long as I don't kill myself... Man, it'd be awesome to heal that quickly in real life. Doctors just become scoutmasters. Okay, come on. Down. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 'I hate that you threw me off with that, and it absolutely worked. That was 8. Wash your sister sauce? What the hell, man? I'm out of position. That threw me so much. Okay, here we go. Who said you could be funny, damn it? 8. Okay, that's 9. This will be number 10. But because that doesn't look like all of my health, I'm going to do this a couple extra times. Pepper Belly Pete's Wash Your Sister Sauce on Amazon. What in the... I think that was 11? I am... Wow, who thinks of this stuff? I think this one's 12. This one is 13. I'm going to do this like 20 times. I don't know how much health I actually have. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay, that's 15. I can't lie, hearing the crackling of this fire so much has made me want to go make a campfire. 18. See, that's not a problem though. Campfire smoke smells great, which means by the transitive principle, you then smell great. Like, there's not really a smell that will overwrite campfire smoke. Ooh, that one fell close. Okay, I think that was 20. I'll do one more just in case. I talked to some people that were here from, what was it, like Brazil? Somewhere in South America, I'm pretty sure. And they were staying right close to me. So one day they spot me going outside and just making a little fire. And they stop me and say, sometimes when she steals the bedding, I do... Jacob, you are a butt. But these people from Brazil, they stopped me on my way in one time and they were like, did you have stuff to burn? And I had to explain that no, sometimes you just go outside and make a campfire. Sometimes that happens. It's a thing that you do. Alright, so I've done that 20 times, getting into critical health and healing. How much time do I have now? Okay, so let's just... Sometimes I just want to make a campfire for the sake of making a campfire. Like, you can't always find time to go camping or get out of the city. So my dad occasionally would just do that in the backyard as I was growing up. And it's a nice thing to do. You go out there, you just sit and you think and you wait a while. Yeah. You can't really have other thoughts for most of it because you have to tend to the fire to keep it the right strength. It is almost like manly meditation. So let's wait for 5 minutes. We'll see how that goes. Poo-poo point. It sounds like someone did the Viking trick for it. Name it something awful so people won't want to go. Because that was their thing with Iceland and Greenland, right? Is they named the ice-covered continent Greenland and hoped everyone would just leave Iceland the hell alone. If this is what they consider green... So I'm sure whoever named that was like, I don't want people coming here, this is my spot. I shall name it Poo-Poo Point. I'm just noticing this. I didn't realize that they had stolen one of the gravity rings and just pulled it on top with netting. It makes sense that that's how it would be. I just didn't realize that. Yeah, it's just a straight up ring being held in by this net. Can you imagine if it didn't make noise, how comfortable it would be sleeping in anti-grav? Oh, heck yeah. I mean, they did that both with this ring and with the gravity crystal. They're like, oh, we don't need gravity rings. We've got this little stone we picked up. Ugh, bro. I would be okay with that. Gabbro gets to sleep? That sounds amazing. I wish I had this power. It's all fun and games until you wake up too far away from anything to move yourself back into position. I remember seeing a video of one of the astronauts on the ISS who got himself in that position where he was just far enough away from anything he could touch that he was basically stuck in place. Because he had nothing he could launch himself off of. You jump into the sun at the end? You want me to jump in now? No. No. Because, see, I know that I have to survive to the end of this loop. And I'm not going to manage that if I jump into the sun. I will, however, do an orbit of the planet like a dum-dum. Ow. This is chert stuff. I think it was chert. Not quite yet. A little more. How have even 1.4% of people gotten that stupid wave achievement? Having tried it so many times in a row now, I'm like, that is so hard. Yeah. I think I am going to have to bite the bullet on that one, though, and actually look up a guide to how to do it. Because that is just driving me nuts. I'll try a couple of times, leaning into the wave to see if that might help. But I think, depending on how that goes, I might need to look up a guide for it. I feel like I might be on the right track though, with like getting some speed beforehand. Wait. Thank you, that would be helpful. Because I don't remember you showing me a YouTube video of trying to do that achievement. You showed me the one with the chocobo music, and I'm pretty sure I got linked that picture for trying to get the You Found Me achievement. And I remember you guys linking me for... Hooray, Die Hard. I remember you guys linking me for the Outer Wilds.venture. I don't remember a surfing video. I mean, I could look it up myself too, I just don't remember it. I might have missed it at some point. I just thought of something funny to do. Okay, we're gonna ignore the achievements for a moment. I thought of something funny to do. Let's see, we'll go up to like 6 minutes. Four, 5. No, we'd have to go longer than that. We're going to break the universe again, but we're going to do it in a funny way. Hopefully. I'm going to do 15 minutes. Actually, that's a good question too. Okay, so we're gonna go do the big head trick first. I have no idea if this will work, but what I want to do is I want to get a big head, and then I want to jump into the black hole and see if next loop when I go visit, he still has a big head. I don't know, I don't think it'll work, but I'm really curious. go, this side. I don't know if anybody's tried it, but it's a thought. Because I think it would be hilarious to see that model have a giant head and then my own model right next to him without. Okay. I take a picture of myself too, just to see if I have it. It didn't give me a big head. Oh. Boo indeed. That is super disappointing. I thought that would have been so funny. Man. Can't light the soul lantern with a marshmallow. Can't give myself a big head with a marshmallow. They put the mechanic in and they do nothing with it. Alright. It has been about 2 hours again. I am pretty tired of achievement hunting for now. I'm going to go watch a video on it and then maybe we'll try again tomorrow. Get a couple runs in. Hopefully that'll do. And once we're done with that, I'm going to do one last end loop with the big heads because I still want to do that. That'll be my reward for finishing the achievements. I haven't yet. I'm looking forward to it. And depending on how long it takes, we may go into like Chroma 0 or Viewfinder after. If we can get them both done tomorrow, hopefully we can. But yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day, guys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I hope it's funny. I already know that it does work in the eye at the campsite, so we're gonna see what happens. See you next time.